So today we're going to be comparing the brand new Sony M5 earbuds with Apple's 2nd gen AirPods Pro. And if you've landed on this video because you're not sure which ones to get, then this is definitely going to be for you. With all the praise and accolades that came with Sony's previous M4 buds, I suppose the question on everyone's mind is whether these long-awaited buds can live up to their predecessor. Well, I'm pleased to report the answer is yes. Now, to state the obvious, there's a lot of really good options out there if you want some wireless noise cancelling buds right now. But as always, the best buds for you is going to come down to two things: price and utility, and the balance of these two things is going to be the sweet spot. If you haven't seen my dedicated video of the AirPods Pro 2 yet, then definitely check that out here. But as a reminder, here's a breakdown of some of the top wireless noise cancelling buds on the market right now. And whilst the Sony M5s are the newest addition to this list, I don't want to give anyone the impression that these are by any means the only options alongside the AirPods Pro. So with that in mind, let's jump into it. To kick things off, let's touch on the unboxing comparison, and more importantly, what you get in the box in terms of accessories. The AirPods come with the USB-C to Lightning connector, whilst the Sonys come with the USB-C to standard USB cable. That was a bit of a surprise for me, to be honest, and the cable itself is also incredibly short, so it's not particularly useful. There are also rumours that Apple are switching the AirPods connector to USB-C this year alongside the release of the iPhone 15, so that would be a nice upgrade. Both of these buds come with 4 different tip sizes, which is nice to help find the perfect fit. The only difference is that Sony have opted for foam, which in theory has better passive noise isolation, whilst Apple have opted for silicone, which is more comfortable for longer periods. Sony's tips are also less rounded and tapered than Apple's. Interestingly, we're starting to see the first custom fitted earbuds entering the market, like the Ultimate Ears and Snugs, and the Master and Dynamic MW8 actually feature memory foam ear tips as well. So this is something I think we can expect to see more and more of from the top end brands soon. Okay, so on to the charging case next, and as you can see, the Sony case has a matte finish, whereas the AirPods Pro case is glossy. The obvious difference between the two is in terms of dimensions, with the Sony case being slightly larger than the AirPods case at 68 cubic millimeters versus 59 cubic millimeters for the AirPods Pro. The reverse is true in terms of weight though, with the M5s weighing in at 48 grams in total versus the 51 grams of the AirPods Pro, although the AirPods are actually lighter, which we'll see later. In terms of charging, the Sony case will fully charge in around 2 hours via USB-C, whilst the AirPods is faster at around 1 hour. They also both offer wireless charging, but the AirPods have the added benefit of using MagSafe as well as the Apple Watch charger, so there's just more options there. In total, the battery of the Sony buds is 24 hours with the case, whilst the AirPods boast a whopping 30 hours in total. When it comes to durability, both of these feature a magnetic lid to help keep the buds secure, but overall I'd have to say the AirPods case feels more sturdy. The lid of the Sony case feels a bit more flimsy, and the magnets on the lid just don't feel as strong. The other difference in the case is that the AirPods feature a lanyard holder and a speaker. The speaker works in conjunction with the built-in U1 chip, which will help you locate your AirPods using the Find My feature on your iPhone. And finally, the Apple case alongside the buds are both IPX4 rated, which means they're splash and sweat resistant. And whilst the Sony buds are definitely IPX4 as well, I couldn't find any information on whether the case is. So overall, in terms of the case, I'd have to say the AirPods win here, with its faster charging time, bigger capacity, and its sturdier construction. Before we get to the buds themselves, if you're enjoying this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It would really help me out. I'm currently at 9k subscribers, and I'm trying to get to 15k by the end of the year, so thanks in advance for your help. Okay, back to the buds. Starting off with the size and fit, it's great to see that the new Sony buds are 25% smaller than last year and also 20% lighter, but they still weigh in at just under 6 grams, which is slightly heavier than the AirPods at 5 grams. In terms of fit, the big difference is the shape of the buds, with the AirPods continuing with their iconic stem-shaped design, whilst the M5s favour the bud shape similar to that of the Samsung Galaxy buds. Now, I've been using these relentlessly for the past couple of weeks to compare. I've tested them whilst running, climbing, playing golf, and just around the house, and this largely comes comes down to personal preference, but whilst they both fit really well in the ear, the AirPods seem to have the edge for me. They feel more comfortable and more stable over longer periods. I've spoken a little bit about this before, but gravity plays its part here, and the stem has been designed with this in mind to help keep the weight balanced. The top-heavy design of Sony's buds just constantly feel like they're fighting their centre of gravity when I get more active, and for that reason the AirPods wins here for me. Now this is largely true for the controls of the buds as well. For me, having a stem to grab, pinch, press and swipe makes a lot more sense than pressing a bud further into my ear every time I want to change something. On the flip side, the Sony's work with just one finger versus the AirPods, which also require opposing fingers to work. So the dexterity is harder if you're running. The Sony's also have a nice feature where you can customize the inputs on each bud, which is really nice. And they also have gesture controls so you can shake or nod your head to accept or decline calls. All in all, in terms of controls, this one goes to the M5s. Okay, so the main event now, which is sound quality. And I think this is where the Sonys are slightly ahead. It's really difficult to convey something like sound quality over a video, but for what it's worth, I thought the sound was warm with deep detail and a wide frequency range. The AirPods in comparison are still really solid, just perhaps slightly less warm and a lower depth of bass. Looking at the frequency response curve of these buds, this sort of confirms what I'm talking about as well, but again, so much of this is personal preference. Unfortunately, there's no EQ adjustment for the AirPods, so that's definitely something to consider if customizing the sound is really important to you. And in terms of codecs, this is where Sony are going to pull away again from the AirPods. They feature the LDAC codec for high-res audio. For the non-audiophiles among you, you can think of this as approximately 3 times the quality of standard Bluetooth. The problem though is accessing this quality, as you need a device and a streaming service that both support this. For example, whilst Apple Music supports high-res audio, no Apple device will. Confused yet? Join the club. It's a very complicated area, and I'm not going to cover it fully in this video. All in all, sound quality has to go to the M5s, but the AirPods Pro are not far behind. When it comes to active noise cancelling, both these buds perform really well. The AirPods have 3 mics on each bud, one of which is inwards facing, and the Sony also has 3 mics on each bud, making 6 in total, which work to reduce ambient noise. Ultimately, they're both really solid, but I think the Sonys have a slight edge here based on my testing. And if we get technical for a second, here's a graph comparing the two. The y-axis shows the amount of decibels that the buds are cancelling out, while the x-axis shows the different frequencies. So the higher the line, the better the noise cancelling. And as you can see, while they're both fairly similar in the bass frequency, something like the low humming of an airplane or a lawnmower, and mid frequencies, the chatter of an office or coffee shop, it's at the higher treble frequencies where sharp sounds like construction works or sirens are blocked out really well by the M5s. Interestingly though, at these frequencies, this is more due to passive noise isolation from the foam ear tips rather than much clever trickery going on in the mics or the software. Overall, Sonys are performing slightly better here, so they get the nudge on this one. In terms of transparency mode, that's a different story. The adaptive transparency of the AirPods Pro is pretty unmatched at the moment, and it's just more advanced than Sony's ambient sound mode because it reduces the loudness of sounds that exceed 85 decibels before they reach your ears. Apple's AirPods 2 are the top of the pack here, so they get the nod on transparency mode. When it comes to call quality, so this is what the AirPods Pro 2 sound like in a quiet environment, and this is what the Sony M5 sound like in a quiet environment. And this is what the AirPods Pro sound like in a loud environment. And this is what the Sonys sound like in a loud coffee shop environment. So the Sonys actually feature some bone conduction sensors this year to help isolate the voice further, and that's definitely made a big improvement. Overall, Sonys are performing slightly better here, just slightly more clear vocals and cut through. And finally, battery life. The Sonys have 8 hours of battery life with ANC on, which is pretty impressive when compared to the 6 hours that Apple's AirPods Pro offer. Of course, as we said earlier, the AirPods have a total of 30 hours of full playback, including the case, whereas the M5s only have 24. There's a slight difference in charging speeds as well, with the Sonys offering 1 hour battery in 3 minutes versus 5 minutes for the AirPods Pro. So there's a bit of a mix here. Personally, I prefer the 8 hours of continuous playback that the Sonys can offer, which is a bit more important to me than overall battery contained within the case. So that's another slight win for the M5s. Decision time. What you've hopefully picked up on is that both of these are exceptionally good earbuds, and I'd be really happy with either. For those who use multiple platforms in their daily lives, especially Android devices, the M5s could be the better option, particularly audiophiles who want the very best sound quality and the comfort of knowing that their buds are compatible with various different codecs and services. On the other hand, if you're entrenched in the Apple ecosystem already, you may want to stick with the AirPods Pro. You'll find the experience just that much more intuitive when switching across devices, and you'll likely save yourselves a bit of dosh as well. Interestingly, if you're in the UK, there's a very minor price difference between these two, but in the US it's more significant at $50, so that's definitely something to consider. In my very humble opinion, these are probably the two best wireless noise cancelling earbuds on the market right now, based on that balance of price and utility. Yes, there's definitely more expensive options out there, but I'm just not convinced you're getting the benefit. And of course, there's some really good cheaper options as well. Check out my video on the Nothing Ear 2s, which I'm also a big fan of. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and it helps some of you make your minds up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below as usual, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already, as it really helps me out. Thanks so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.